Hello everyone, welcome back to another tactics video. I'm going to try and keep this one a lot shorter and as simple as I can, but today I'm going to be looking at the question, can Harry Maguire play in a high line? I'm going to give you the information, the tactical concepts, and it's up to you to make your own mind up. I'm not here to tell you like if he can or if he can't. But before we start, I just thought I'd clear up some slight misconceptions that I see a lot of the time about high lines and mid blocks and things. Okay, so here you can see that this is the defense. This line here, that's the midfield. That's the attack. All right. This is obviously a high block, but the principles are the same for a low and a mid block, which is that you want to keep the lines between the defense, the midfield, and attack as compressed as possible. The reason why is because players like to look for space in between the lines. You hear a lot about line breaking passes. This allows like a player to progress the ball more effectively. So the reason people love high lines and high blocks and mid blocks and low blocks is it limits the quality of opportunity for the opponent, and they all work on the same principle. The only thing that differs is the sort of like the geography, as it were, of the space in behind. So here you can see that this is the space that's being given up, okay, in a high line. Your keeper can influence this. It's his job to sort of patrol a lot of this space. So the more the keeper moves up, let's say it's like Edison as opposed to De Gea, you'll see that the space like it squeezes there, but it increases on the wings and I suppose technically behind him, right? But these areas here out on the wings and behind him are more lower quality areas to hit. Like, how often do you see a keeper lobbed? I can't remember like Charlie Adams stuff. But these balls out to the wings, because they're further away from goal, are less dangerous. So what happens with Maguire is that, let's say that this is the space that is normally like free. You get an extra bit of space here because of his lack of pace. Now you can say, and you could say that maybe the keeper can change position, and it like removes a bit of this space. Or you can say all sorts of things, but this is the sort of like the very basic idea of why Harry Maguire can't play in a high line. It's essentially because he's too slow and there's too much space in behind. He can't recover. Fair enough. All right. Now, lots of defenders who play in high lines are quite slow. If you look at the European Championships, Chiellini was playing in a high line. All right. And the way that you cope with a lack of pace and things um, is a tactical setup that's known as a rest defense. Okay. So here, I've done this earlier. These Right, so a football pitch is divided into three main sections, which is the width, wide, which is this area here and this area here, and central, and then the bits in between are the half spaces. So uh, little bit of extra knowledge for you. So here I have set up a team using a rest defense, or have I? No, I haven't. This is the rest defense. Sorry, that's something else. Okay, so this is going to be Maguire here. All right. So in football, what you like to do is you like to have numerical supremacy. Okay, which means that in attack or in defense, you never want to be overloaded or outnumbered. But occasionally you're going to be. So the rest defense structure is around these three players here and the central midfield. Okay, here I've got our right back coming in um, just on the edge of the half space. This would be Varane and this would be Maguire. Now up here, let's say this is Luke Shaw, and he's going to try and pass it into Sancho, or let's just say that that's Sancho. But instead, he sees Bruno and he wants to pass it to Bruno. The ball gets intercepted. So what happens next in a counter press? All right, you have these players collapsing on the ball. Okay, we all know that. But what happens here is that these two players drop back, and the number five, which is Maguire, aggressively goes forward to try and win the ball. So if the ball is played long, he comes in to try and win it. Okay, now you will have seen this countless times under Solskjaer. When do you remember how we only used to attack down the left? We never attacked down the right. I think this is why. I'm beginning to think that we might have underestimated Solskjaer's tactical ability, because Wan-Bissaka was never where we wanted him. He was always playing as a sort of third centre back, which is correct, and this is why. So this is the rest defence. Okay, and you would also have like McFred, like setting up to intercept or to press. But that is essentially what a rest defence is. And can Harry Maguire come and be this aggressive centre back here? And just for context, this is what Chiellini did for Italy in the World Cup, as you'll remember when he pulled Saka down. Okay, so that is one style of highline defending. Now there is another one which is called counter marking, which is this one here. Okay, so this is we're going up against 4-3-3 here. What you can see, right, is that everyone's sort of in the right space. We've got inverted fullbacks, got wide men, we've got a striker pinning, we've got McFred just we've got Fred and Fernandez forming a two, and we've got McTominay, I'll give him number 6, coming in. So what this is, right, is this is the sort of Man City style that is sometimes called a man mark press, but it's really called counter marking. And the idea is that you orientate yourself with the attacking players as defenders. And so let's say Bruno tries to hit the ball, but it gets past here. These players begin to run with their man, so it could go there, this guy could make a run there, someone could go there, and what will happen here is that the two central midfield players will compress very hard onto this guy here alongside the rest of them, but you go man to man for the other attackers, and the idea is that they have to hit a long ball or they have to play it back, and it's very low quality what they can do with it, and this is how Manchester City play. So here this would leave Maguire one-on-one with his man. Okay, I'm pretty sure I know what everyone's answer is going to be on if Maguire can play in this system or not, and we've seen what happens when Maguire plays in this system. So that's essentially it for today. This is just, I think that we can all do a bit better, including myself, with that tactical analysis. In the next couple of days, I'm actually going to watch some Ajax games, or at least the first 20 minutes, and I'm going to be looking at if Donny van de Beek can play in Ten Hag's positional football, and make some more videos on it. But I really hope that you enjoyed that. I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. You can give it a like, whatever, I don't care. Anyway, I'll speak to you all soon.